It's time for the ultimate binge. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 TV shows of all time.
Don't turn your back, don't look away, and don't blink.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're taking a look at the absolute best and most significant television shows ever to hit the airwaves. Given the sheer amount of quality content out there, this was an especially difficult list to rank. So don't be too disappointed if your favorite show didn't make the cut.
I'm just a shitty, failing travel agent.
Number 10, Cheers.
Cheers? Yeah, just a sec.
Cheers demonstrated that the key to any great sitcom lies in the chemistry between its characters, setting a new standard for every ensemble-driven comedy series that followed. Set in a now iconic bar where everybody knows your name, the show brought together a number of unforgettable players, from the womanizing Sam, to the temperamental Carla, to the intellectual Frasier, who'd eventually headline an equally successful spin-off. Even after main players like Diane and Coach left, the series impressively didn't dip in quality, instead welcoming new scene stealers like Woody and Rebecca.
We've known each other only seconds, and I'm already tired of you.
As a testament to its enduring quality, Cheers scored a Primetime Emmy nomination for Outstanding Comedy Series for each of its 11 seasons, winning 4.
Beer, Norm? Yeah, have a quick one.
Number 9, The Leftovers.
Am I awake? You are now, Chief.
There's no denying that Lost was a television game-changer, what with its diverse cast, ambitious story, and innovative use of flashbacks. Damon Lindelof perfected this formula, however, when he went on to co-create The Leftovers with Tom Perrotta. After 2% of the world's population suddenly disappears, the remainder of humanity is left to find meaning in it all.
If I had to die to get here, what are you doing here?
What's so intriguing about this show is that the overarching mystery is ultimately inconsequential. What's truly captivating is how the characters respond to their strange circumstances, leading them to some heartbreaking, inspiring, and unpredictable places. While The Leftovers was never a ratings juggernaut and received only a few accolades, it's nothing short of an unsung masterpiece.
Is this real? This is real?
It's real.
Number 8, The Twilight Zone.
Nothing seems to be working. Can't even get the car started.
In The Twilight Zone, nothing is ever what it seems. A toy doll can be a vengeful killer, and a book seemingly intended to serve man can bring about humankind's downfall. Even the show itself is much more than meets the eye. While it was classified as a sci-fi series, creator Rod Serling used the supernatural to mirror real-world issues like prejudice, conformity, and mob psychology.
Tonight, I shall talk to you about glorious conformity.
Many episodes have ingrained themselves in popular culture as perennial classics. The show has such a vast reach that even if you've never seen a single episode, chances are you're at least familiar with one of the twist endings. Submitted for your approval. Number 7, The Simpsons. The Simpsons is frequently cited as the greatest animated program ever, but people sometimes forget that it's also one of the most influential comedies in all television. Matt Groening's creation possesses a distinctive animation style that we all recognize, but what really sticks with us are the immortal one-liners, clever storylines, and timeless characters. Speaking of timeless, 2018 saw The Simpsons officially surpass Gunsmoke as America's longest-running scripted primetime series in regards to episodes.
As you know, we've inherited quite a budget crunch from President Trump.
The show has even proven to be ahead of its time, predicting everything from Donald Trump's presidential victory to Disney's proposed purchase of Fox. Even if the later seasons can't compete with the golden years, The Simpsons will always be special.
I'm special!
Number 6, Mad Men.
This is the greatest advertising opportunity since the invention of cereal.
In addition to putting channel AMC on the map in terms of original content, Mad Men became the first basic cable show to win the Primetime Emmy for Outstanding Drama Series, the first of 4 consecutive wins. Primarily taking place throughout the 1960s, this period drama captures the era to perfection with powerful symbolism, haunting atmosphere, and subtle performances that get a lot across, even with little dialogue.
I never saw myself working in a place like this.
The series brilliantly conveys the changing times, while also demonstrating how some things never seem to change. At the center of everything is a master ad man searching for an identity of his own, who instead becomes constantly lost in the world of false advertising. Number 5. Breaking Bad.
My name is Walter Hartwell White.
Breaking Bad may very well be the most addictive show on this list, which is fitting given its subject matter. Being mostly known for his comedic roles at the time, Bryan Cranston might have seemed like an unlikely candidate to play chemistry teacher Walter White. Since chemistry is the science of change, however, this casting choice turned out to be ingenious on multiple levels.
You have no right to discuss anything about what I do.
Over the course of 5 tightly plotted, meticulously crafted seasons, we watch this cancer-ridden family man evolve into a ruthless meth kingpin. Where most shows peak in quality early on, Breaking Bad somehow managed to outdo itself every passing year, culminating in an ending that left everybody on just the right note. Number 4. Game of Thrones.
Winter's coming.
There was a time when people typically associated fantasy with hokey acting and cheesy special effects. Just as The Lord of the Rings reinvigorated the genre on the big screen, though, Game of Thrones delivered the small screen equivalent 10 years later. Of course, small is the last word we'd use to describe this groundbreaking adaptation of George R.R. Martin's A Song of Ice and Fire books.
Let's end this the old way. You against me.
Everything about the show is epic in scale, from its large ensemble, to its remarkable production values, to its incredibly detailed lore. The show's ambitious reach is only matched by the number of accolades it's won, becoming the most awarded scripted series in primetime Emmy history.
Who taught you how to do that?
No one.
Number 3. Seinfeld.
You know, this is like that Twilight Zone where the guy wakes up and he's the same and everybody else is different.
For a show that was supposedly about nothing, Seinfeld left a greater impact than even the creators could have ever imagined. Where Jerry Seinfeld's brand of observational comedy largely derived from the little things in life, his eponymous sitcom revealed how trivial issues can sometimes snowball into bigger problems. For example, who knew a junior mint, a puffy shirt, or shrinkage could cause so much commotion?
I'm really sorry.
In most episodes, every subplot would come together by sheer coincidence, making for some of the funniest payoffs in television history. The carefully constructed storylines were only made more humorous thanks to the eccentric characters, quotable dialogue, and running gags that required viewers to have a strong attention span.
Well, what's the show about?
It's about nothing.
Number 2. The Wire.
Fighting the war on drugs, one brutality case at a time.
At first glance, The Wire might look like a fairly standard crime drama. Maybe that's why the show flew under the radar during its initial run. Nowadays, however, you'd be hard-pressed to find a television critic who wouldn't include it on their all-time favorites list. With each season shifting focus, we get to observe the Baltimore drug scene from a variety of different angles.
Just dream with me. We ain't got a dream no more, man.
Considering creator David Simon's background as a police reporter, it shouldn't come as a surprise that The Wire has received widespread acclaim for its authenticity. The dialogue never comes off as unnatural, and the cast, which is largely comprised of then unknown character actors, couldn't feel more real in their respective roles.
Been doing this a long time. I ain't never said nothing to no cop.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
When they tell us we have to do time in purgatory, we can all say, no thanks. I've done mine.
You know why I'm whittling?
Okay, I'll bite again. Why are you whittling?
That's what you do in a town where a yellow light still means slow down, not speed up.
Look, I don't care. It starts at 8. We can't be late.
And he could not, would not want to wait.
I swear it! I'm coming for all of you!
The answer to all your problems is in this little bottle. Vitamita Benjamin.
Number 1. The Sopranos.
You know, one thing about us wise guys, the hustle never ends.
When The Sopranos made its debut in 1999, TV shows were not widely known for being cinematic. David Chase's gripping drama forever raised the bar with writing, direction, and performances on par with the greatest mob movies ever made. The show additionally touched upon an archetype that would become increasingly popular in the years to come: the anti-hero.
You don't know me at all.
While Tony Soprano was a violent criminal, he was also a family man trying to maintain balance in both of his worlds. Shifting between being despicable and sympathetic, Tony was a different kind of protagonist for television audiences. He's just one of the many reasons why The Sopranos helped usher in a golden age for the small screen.
Capiche?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.